Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG Game Guide Edition. It has taken lots of trial and error, but I have finally completed my Sentinel, Paladin, Rive, Shield Basher. And this character, in my opinion, is almost unkillable. As always, we will go through gameplay. I will break down skills, break down passives, and of course, break down gear. But what we're going to start with today is actually the training dummy. Let's jump right into this. The skills we're going to be using for this build is Shield Rush, one of the best movement skills in the game, and will do decent damage. Shield Bash, almost do no damage, but it's going to stun anybody it hits, including a group of enemies, and give you more block chance for survivability. Signals of Hope, this is going to give you damage and defense. Holy Aura, this is going to give you damage and defense. And then Rive, your main damage dealer, is going to be your third hit on Rive, which will always critical hit. And I'm going to show you the damage numbers right now because it's impressive, and this character hits very, very fast. Watch this.
I cannot do that. I cannot.
And we are almost at max damage, and boom. Look at the crit. It'll crit every single time. 30, 24, 29, 25, 32, 37, 39, 29, 36. Every single time it crits on the third hit. And obviously it hits every single person around them. This thing crushes. And again, it is almost unkillable. Okay, let me show you some gameplay. All right, let's do this. So my goal is to show you how unkillable this character is. See if I can get a group. Okay, I'm not going to hit anybody right now. Just going to stand here in the middle of all these people. You ready? And they're going to just die. Just stand there. I'm not hitting anything. Where did they all go? I'll explain later. Not hitting anything. I'm just standing in the middle. Done. Keep going.
Stand down or die.
Come on, come and get me. Just a tank.
I cannot do that.
Alright. Disintegrating people. What do we got at the end?
I cannot do that.
So good.
Stand down or die.
Who are you? Alright. What do we got at the end here? Come and get me. Alright, I'm gonna try and not hit. Okay, I'm just gonna stand next to him. Done. No, I am not using damage reflection. Kind of. What do we get? Anybody else around here? No? Alright, let me show you how I made this build. Starting off with skills, and our first skill is Shield Bash. Now, when I first started this build, I wanted Shield Bash to be a main damage dealer. As of right now, in Last Epoch, that is impossible with this skill. It doesn't matter how you run it or what gear you use, it cannot be a main damage dealer. But what it can do is keep you alive and literally stun everyone around you. You want 5 into Protective Impact, 5 into Dazed, 3 into Cutting Edge, 1 into Flurry of Blows, 1 into Invigoration, and 5 into Concussive Attacks. Again, this skill helps you so much. Rive, your main damage dealer. Everything focused around the third attack. 3 into Flurry, 4 into Consecration, 1 into Focus Strike. Focus Strike makes it so you always crit on your third attack, but the first and second never crit. 5 into Trampling, 1 into Overwhelm, 2 into Outburst, 3 into Brutality, and 1 into Coup de Grace. Holy Aura. 2 into Shelter of the Storm, 3 into Mighty Shield, 5 into Call of Arms, 4 into Phantasm, 3 into True Strike, and 3 into Extreme Zeal. Signals of Hope, 5 into Empowering Sigils, 2 into Word of Alacrity, 1 into Exgeniency, 2 into Iron Sigils, 5 into Enduring Hope, 1 into Tetragram, 1 into Meditation, and 3 into Sign of the Guardian. These things are unbelievably strong right now. I hope they don't get nerfed. And then last but not least, Shield Rush. This is what allows you to dart around the map so fast. 2 into Warrior's Entrance, 1 into Echoes of the Charge, 5 into Stretched Time, 2 into Rush Mastery, 6 into Consuming Path, and 4 into Will Breaker. Those are the skills for this build, and again, I have tried so many different variations and find that this is the best for this specific type of Paladin. Moving over to passive skills, and with this Paladin, it's actually fairly spread out where you're putting your points, with the most points into Baseline Sentinel. Here's the breakdown, and right now I'm actually leveling Overwhelm and Juggernaut. 5 into Juggernaut, 1 into Fearless, 5 into Gladiator, 5 into Aegis Renewal, 2 into Overwhelm, 5 into Counterattack, 4 into Banish, 5 into Blade Master, 5 into Time and Faith, and 5 into Retaliation. Now earlier during my gameplay, if you're wondering how I was killing people without moving and without doing anything, it was because of right here, Counterattack. Basically, when you are hit, there is a 30% chance for you to attack enemies with Retribution. And Retribution is a melee attack. It scales damage with your strength and melee damage modifiers. And this build is all strength, melee, physical. Okay, so you're already building your character around this. On top of it, with Banish, you can increase the damage by 40% and make it where at 100% crits. You're going to be critting 100% of the time, and every time you're hit, 30% of the time, you're going to literally hit everybody around you. Very, very cool. At times, it literally feels cheap. Okay? Forge Guard. 8 into Weapons Master and 5 into Steel Aegis. Paladin. 8 into Conviction. 5 into Honor. 6 into Holy Symbol. 7 into Holy Symbol again. Yes, it has the same name. 1 into Staunch Defender, 4 into Shield Wall, and 5 into Faith Armor. Now, Faith Armor gives you increased armor and increased critical strike avoidance. This all depends on your gear. If you have gear with good crit strike avoidance, you might not need any skills into this, or maybe you don't want to deal with crit strike avoidance, then you could max this out and it can give you up to 40%, okay? Now, another reason why this character, like I said, is almost unkillable, okay? So, right here, when you block, you cast Holy Symbol, healing yourself for 90 health. On top of that, under Sentinel, under Aegis Renewal, you have a 25% chance to gain health whenever you block, and that'll give you 50 health. So you're talking about 140 health almost every single time you block. And again, you're going to be blocking almost 100% of the time, and you literally only have 1100 life. So for the most part, your life is just boop, 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 which makes it really hard to hit you or kill you for enough damage to actually kill you. So that's how you stay alive, and those are the passive skills. Moving over to gear, starting with idols. Now you have lots of options when it comes to your idols, so you can kind of do whatever you want, but I'm going to show you what I did. Sigil Duration and Block Effectiveness, Sigil Duration and Armor Shred, Increased Stun Duration and Block Effectiveness. And then this is an interesting one. 67% increased melee damage for 4 seconds when a skill echoes. And your skills are going to be echoing all the time because of Shield Rush. So when you're done with Shield Rush, for 4 seconds, you're going to have increased damage. And then again, Armor Shred. So with these two, I'm going to have 119% chance to shred armor with a melee attack. And this build is all melee attacks. So pretty good idols. I did find only one of these ever. This is increased stun chance and 8% fire penetration. If this had physical penetration, it would be, if you could find 4 of those, it would be by far the best. I've only found fire, but if this can roll with physical penetration, this would be the best idols for this build. Okay, moving over to gear on my character, Undisputed is the undisputed best one-handed weapon that I can find. I've tried everything rare, even Tier 6 and 7, this is the best one-handed damage dealing axe if you are going melee physical in the game. Literally not even close, so you need a good undisputed for this build. Now, critical strike chance is not important as far as any affix, but what you do want is critical strike multiplier. Remember, your retribution and your Rive third strike are always going to crit, so crit strike chance is not important. You want crit strike multiplier. Okay, I'm going to go through my gear and you could take a look. Helmet, amulet, shield. You want block chance on your shield. Armor, belt, boots, glove, relic, ring. Okay, so that is my gear that I'm currently using, and of course it could always be better, but for the most part this is end game gear. Let's move over to character sheet. Starting off with survivability. Now when you look at my resistances right now, they're all capped over 75 with the exception of necrotic, and I will explain that in a second. Block chance 69%, block effectiveness 56%, armor 48%. Again, this character's almost unkillable. On top of that, critical strike avoidance 99%. Now check this out when I put on my sigils. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is an instant cast. It should be really easy to keep these up all the time. Now my armor's up to 52, block effectiveness 57, and block chance 81. Now watch when I use shield bash. 96%. You're going to be blocking 96% of the time with a block effectiveness of 59%.
I cannot do that.
Pretty unbelievable, okay? Now, as far as necrotic right here being at 59, my armor, as you could see here, rolled, or it basically, I couldn't get over tier 1 on necrotic resistance, so basically I just need new armor, and if that was tier 4 or 5, my necrotic would be over 75%, so basically I just need one gear upgrade to get that over 75, but I didn't want to wait on making this video, so as long as your gear, you just get one extra item with necrotic on it, you will be fine. Okay, let's move over to damage. So in strength, I have 46 points into strength. Now, on here, my melee attack speed is at 93% right now. 93%. Critical strike multiplier is at 308. Melee damage is at 79. And physical damage is at 251. Okay, let's put our sigils back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Melee attack is still at 93. Critical strike multiplier still at 308, but now melee's up to 199 and physical damage is up to 371. Now what you want to do is activate Holy Aura. So when you click 4 now, you're now up to 229 and 451. On top of that, your melee attack goes to, what was that, 110%? 110%. That's why you can hit so fast. So anytime you're in a big fight or actually fighting anybody, you want to make sure you're activating Holy Aura over and over again. And on top of that, 3 seconds after you use your Shield Rush, you are also, 4 seconds after you Shield Rush, you're going to get 67% increased melee damage. Character is a beast. A true tank in last Epoch. Alright everybody, that's the build. What do you think of my Sentinel, Paladin, Rive, Shield Basher? Is there something that I missed to take this build even farther to the next level? Let me know in the comment section below. All my builds going forward, and even my old builds, I'm going back and adding end game loot filters to them. Do not use the loot filter until you're at endgame because it is truly hunting for elite gear, okay? But it will help you once you hit that endgame stage. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're approaching on 400 members, great conversations every day, especially around last Epoch. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. Last little tidbit is all my builds going forward, I'm going to be adding in leveling guides because it is so requested on what is the quickest way to get your character to end game, so that will be coming later on. That's it. Stay home, stay safe. Do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron, out.